Hey, how we doing? It's Justin here. So I've just come up to the RSPB Sandy Lodge today. Just a bit of time in between sort of visiting some friends and between clients. So yeah, I've just come up here. It's a lovely clear sky, sun's out, but it is very, very chilly. So I'm just going to spend some bit of time up here, and I'm going to set up the lavvu and get that set up in a minute. And then I'm just going to get a brew on, get a coffee going, a little bit of time out, do some bits and bobs while I'm up here. So just doing a little video for you, getting the lavvu set up, and I'm going to crack on with that now, and I'll catch up with you in a minute. So just going to crack on. So I'm just getting the rough shape, and that's set out. I've just kind of been figuring out as I come here which way the wind direction was coming from. So now I just want to get it sort of staked out to how I want it, and I'm just going to finish off that. The ground's really soft here, so I'm using quite long stakes to pegs to go in, just to make sure it stays secure. That's it. So I've got it roughly set up how I want to, and then I'm just going to get my top line taken over to a tree over there, some paracord to the top, and then I'll just retension it. So I'll catch you back up in a minute. Hey, how are we doing? So just a quick update. So I've got the lavvu set up and tensioned nicely for how I want it, and I've got my centre line going across, holding it up so it's not going to be impeding me when I walk about to a silver birch tree that's over there. I've got the centre pole set up at the moment, but what I actually want to do is use two long lengths of silver birch branches that I've actually just found laying around over here, because they're always like taking down silver birch here because it grows up so much. And I'm going to try laying them out that way and that on the lavvu, so I can then get rid of the centre pole, and that will allow me more room. So I'm just going to get these cut down to length, and then I'll catch you up in a minute. So I've put the ground sheet a little ground sheet down on there for when I sit down. So I've got the centre pole set in at the moment. But I just want to try, because it's not something I've done before, is by taking out the centre pole and having diagonals put on. That will just allow me a bit more room. So just prepping these so I can get them cut to length. So I'm just going to crack on with that in a moment, measure out, and then we'll see how we go. I've seen a few people do this, and it's just something that I want to try. So obviously I'm using my trusty Baho Laplander 396 saw. That's one. And my Halter Falls axe, just for cutting down, you know, it's the Halter Falls classic trekking axe that I always have with me. Give me a couple of little logs I can put in the firebox later on with that, once I get that going. So I've got these cut to length. I'm just going to try and see how this goes. So I'm just going to click off for a minute and we'll see how we get on. Oh, we're all done. Got the two poles that I'd cut down, wedged in, tied up against, propped in. What I actually did was retook my centre ridge line down and I put it through the top two buttonholes, looped through, so it's pulling equally, and then run it back along the tree. And you see, without that centre pole, it gives you a lot more room. So I'm happy with that. It's the first time I've tried setting it up in this configuration, and I think it's the way to go. So just got some coffee in here. Love my coffee. It's pretty chilly today, so as I say, I'd sort of check which way the wind direction was, and so that way I'm now sort of covered. I'm not sitting out too far. I'm in here with the centre line pole taken out, so that's happy. Brought a flask up with hot water. So now I'm finished. We'll have a coffee. So it's absolutely stunning, clear day, absolutely stunning. Oh, that's so much better. I'm going to sit down for a bit. I've got the latest copy through today. Brought this up with me today, the Bushcraft and Survival Skills magazine. Absolutely fantastic read. I've actually just taken a quick flick through here. It's got some amazing articles in here this month. Obviously it's highlighting the Bushcraft show, which will be coming up soon. Need to have a catch up with my friend David Thompson about some bits. So I'm going to have a little read of this later. I've got some little notes in my journal I want to make, and a bit of foraging and that around here, and just appreciate a bit of time under the half lavvu. So yeah, there you go. I'm just going to give you a quick little walk around. So I'm behind the camera now, so you can see, obviously taking that centre line pole out, and that gives you a lot more room. So I've got all the bits that I need for today. Got my gloves to work with, and my Laplander saw, my Healy egging knife, Halter Falls axe. I've got my little leather journal. there, Bushcraft and Survival Skills magazine. Over on this side I'm set up. Obviously because I'm on a nature reserve, you're not really meant to light fires here. I might break out the firebox just for a little bit of warmth, but otherwise I've just got my camping gas stove with a little windbreak and that around it. So I can just like cook up some lunch in a bit. So I've got my clean canteen and my TBS canteen mug from the Bushcraft store and my thermos. And there you go. So that's it. It's all set up. I've got a ridge line going across to this tree here, set up. But there you go. This is where I am. Absolutely fantastic. Loads of silver birch behind me. There's a couple of fallen ones which I'll harvest some birch bark from. And a big old oak tree there. Just a little bit of sweep round. So this is my favourite spot here now. Look at that. Absolutely stunning. Absolutely stunning. So yeah, there you are. And that is my setup. So I'm happy with this. As I say, I've started using the lavvu a lot more just recently. Fantastic bit of kit. Just for short day trips out. Half lavvu configuration, which I normally use. As we go on a bit, I'll put the other half poncho back on and make the full lavvu out of it for I'm going to camp over. But for just a day out here like this today, all I want is a little bit of a windbreak, and that's what this is perfect for. So first time trying it without the centre poles. Now I've got an idea of like not only the height but the